Hi, this is Jesse with Closing the Loop. I just wanted to do a video on the avocado tree. I learned a pretty cool trick. As you can see, the honeybees are visiting the avocado tree. They're all over the place, and it's not just the bees, but you also have wasps and flies and all kinds of flying creatures are just humming around this avocado. And the trick that I learned, the little secret that I've learned about avocados, especially if you're growing them in your home garden, and you know, you have other fruit trees like, let's say, citrus. Honeybees are notorious for ignoring avocado flowers. They'll just completely bypass them, especially when there are, you know, like more aromatic, more delicious, maybe with more nectar, you know, plants around. So like my citrus trees are all in bloom. You know, everything tends to bloom at the same time on my property. And you know, in general, that's the way it is. So, you know, you want to get the honeybees over to your area. So what's the secret? The secret is put a little bit of honey in a spray bottle, about 2 to 3 ounces of honey, and fill it up with water. You know, this is just going to be like a standard spray bottle. Make sure that it's good and cleaned out. Put a little bit of vinegar in it first, swish it through, put a little baking soda to neutralize it, and then go ahead and add your water and your honey, and spray it on the flowers. Spray it like, I actually put this little rubber band here so that I can show you a certain aspect about avocados that is really, really interesting. There it is, nice and focused. And this little rubber band here is for the purpose of showing you how the flowers open and close. There's an A type, and a B type. So the ones that are closed right now, these right here are actually in the process of either opening or closing. I'm not entirely sure. These are fully open. But when I show you the video again later, a little bit later in the day, because it's all based on temperature. You have the A type that opens at a certain time, depending on the temperature, and then you have the B type that open at a certain time depending on the temperature. And the problem with avocados, the reason they're so fussy, and the reason you have to use things like honey to lure your honeybee, the honeybees over to the flowers, is because it's a self-pollinating plant, but you have to get the pollen from the A type onto the B type, and the only way you can do that is with honeybees. Honeybees are the ones that will consistently come back to the same plant repeatedly. They'll consistently work the flowers over and over again. I mean, you can see there's a honeybee right there, and well, he just flew away, but he was working this entire head right here. You know, he was going from one flower to the next, and that's exactly what you want to see when it comes to pollination. Okay, but then the key is that you also want them coming back in the afternoon when the other flowers open. Alright, so when the other flowers on this head, as you can see, you got, oh, see, there's a fly. When you got the other flowers that open, you want the pollen that was taken out of this type of flower, this A type, to end up on this B type over here. Right, so this is the A type, and this is going to be the B type. It doesn't really matter if this happens to be B and this actually happens to be A. I don't know how they do that, but basically it's male and female. So you want the pollen from this one to end up on this one when it opens. So, and the way you can do that consistently is with honeybees. And so these same guys will be working this tree this entire day. They will just continually work it over and over again, and there are a good number of them. You really don't need that many for a tree that's this small to come back over and over again. You know, but the fact is they're coming in droves and they're coming repeatedly, so that's what you want to see. So I expect to have a pretty good harvest of of avocados based on what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the honeybees. They're coming in the morning and they're coming in the afternoon. They're coming all day. The flowers close up at night and they open up like pretty much as soon as the sun comes out. So the avocado plant will flower for about 3 weeks, and during that entire time you want to make sure that once a week you are putting this water honey mix onto the plant. So you'll do it, 7 days will go by, and then you'll do it again, then another 7 days will go by and you'll do it again. So you'll want to do it at least 3 times throughout the flowering season for the avocados, and that will ensure that you get really good propagation. You'll get the most of avocados that you can get off of a plant, and then then the rest is up to you. Then there's a lot of other things, amendments that you might want to add to the soil to ensure that the plant is going to hold on to the fruit. You don't want it dropping the fruit, and also to ensure that you get the quality avocados that you're looking for. So this is Jesse, closing the loop. Please subscribe, like the video, please leave comments. Nobody leaves comments. It's really hard to get people to leave comments, but I really do appreciate them. So anyway, this is Jesse signing out. Bye.